Late one stormy evening, Amelia, a reclusive artist, decided to explore the dusty attic of her inherited family estate. Among forgotten trinkets and cobweb-covered chests, she stumbled upon a large, ornate mirror framed in intricate silver carvings of twisting vines and ominous faces. Drawn to its peculiar beauty, she dragged it downstairs to her studio, planning to restore it. As she polished the glass, a faint, velvety voice whispered, "Finally, someone notices me." Amelia froze, staring at her reflection. But instead of her own image, the mirror revealed a man with piercing crimson eyes, dark tousled hair, and a sorrowful expression etched across his sharp features. "Who? What are you?" Amelia stammered, clutching her cleaning rag. "I am Malric, bound to this cursed mirror for centuries," the figure replied. "And who might you be, the one who dares to touch my prison?" Amelia, skeptical but intrigued, set the rag down. "I'm Amelia. Are you real?" Malric chuckled, a low, melodic sound that sent shivers down her spine. "As real as the chains that bind me. I've been trapped here, watching the world change, forgotten by time, until you." What began as cautious conversations turned into nightly discussions. Amelia found herself drawn to Malric's wit, intelligence, and the depth of his sorrow. Despite his demonic nature, he was not the cruel, monstrous being she had imagined but a tormented soul yearning for connection. One evening, as they discussed her artwork, Malric said, "You bring color to a world I've only seen in shades of gray. It's dangerous for us to grow close, Amelia." "Why dangerous?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Because my world and yours are not meant to intertwine. Yet, I can't stop myself." As the weeks passed, their bond deepened, and Amelia found herself falling in love with the man in the mirror. One night, overcome by emotion, she pressed her hand to the glass. To her astonishment, his hand met hers, separated only by the cold surface of the mirror. Months later, Amelia began experiencing vivid dreams of shadowy figures and glowing eyes. Strange cravings overtook her, and her paintings became more chaotic, filled with swirling darkness and flashes of light. When she confronted Malric, his expression darkened. "You're with child," he said, his voice trembling. "What?" Amelia gasped. "The connection we share, it's more powerful than I realized," Malric explained. "Our child will be born of two worlds, human and demon. But its existence will disrupt the balance between those realms." Fear gripped Amelia, but she couldn't bring herself to resent the life growing inside her. "What will happen?" she asked. Malric's gaze softened. "One of two things. The child's power could free me from this mirror, finally breaking my curse. Or," he hesitated, "or it could tear open a rift between the human and demon worlds, unleashing chaos upon both." Determined to protect their child, Amelia sought answers in old texts and forbidden tomes hidden in the estate's library. She discovered that the mirror was not just a prison but also a gateway between realms, its magic fueled by sacrifice. To control the child's power, they needed to perform a ritual under a blood moon, binding its essence to one world. As the blood moon approached, shadowy figures began to haunt Amelia's home. Demonic entities, drawn to the child's power, whispered promises and threats through the mirror. "Give the child to us," they hissed. "Or suffer the consequences." Malric's fury burned bright as he roared, "You will not touch them." On the night of the blood moon, Amelia stood before the mirror, clutching her swollen belly as the air crackled with energy. Malric guided her through the ritual, his voice steady despite the danger. "You must choose, Amelia," he said. "Do you bind the child to your world or mine?" Tears streamed down her face. "If I bind them to your world, will you be free?" "Yes," Malric replied, "but you may lose them to the darkness." Heartbroken but resolute, Amelia whispered, "I won't let them be a prisoner, like you." As the ritual reached its peak, Amelia made her choice. She bound the child to the human world, anchoring its essence with a drop of her blood. The mirror shattered into 1,000 shards, and Malric let out a cry of anguish as his form dissolved into shadow. Months later, Amelia gave birth to a child with eyes like molten gold and a faint aura of otherworldly energy. Though Malric was gone, she felt his presence in their child's laughter and gentle demeanor. The shattered mirror's frame remained in her studio, a silent reminder of their love. And as Amelia painted, she often felt a warm, familiar gaze watching over her, as if Malric's soul still lingered, protecting the family they had created against all odds.